my buddy Dash for this episode of Double Take. Dave, I just said joined by Dash, but we're joined by Dash
Talking
and
in
Dave.
the third person. That's
The way
weird.
The way you feel.
Well, hey everybody, happy Saturday. If you've noticed, folks in the chat, you can, do some more stuff now because officially, as of last weekend,
Monday, actually. Monday morning, first thing
Monday morning, your boys at the Turin Giants have officially been recognized and entered into the YouTube Partner Program.
Oh, baby. So we haven't set up the membership. We want to talk to you guys about that a bit later. In the meantime, because we always forget, please like and subscribe and help continue to let us grow and reach out to that community. But there's basically you can just give us money now. That's what it is. I'm not gonna lie, we'll just cut to the chase. Super chats and stickers, all that stuff. So
yeah, and again, we're going to be working on some stickers, so if you guys in the Discord want specific stickers, you might want to let us know. And we'll
do that towards the end, though.
that
the hardcore guys, we'll talk to you guys like at the end, because we know you stick around.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we did it, guys. We started this back in August, just Dave and myself, just talking about
there was other people. There's other people. Come on, it's not just us.
That's true. That's true.
You're like a lead guitarist, right? The drummer doesn't exist.
Like the striker. Nobody else exists behind me. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. There you go.
Unless if I'm Doosan. No, but hey, whoa. Looks like we've got a lot to talk about today. Obviously we have the final showdown on Udinese and slate programming update. We will be on Twitch covering that tomorrow. So we will be there. And then, we have Rabona TV coming this Tuesday. Adrian.
Yes.
Coming in. We'll be talking about that on Tuesday. But as far
I
as
put his latest video in the Discord too. Sorry, Dash. Yeah, check that out. Just it's the Champions League preview, and because he kind of gives interesting compliments. So watch it, and when he comes on, let it fly.
Yeah. Just if L comes from the shadows and just absolutely comes after him, but. The thing is we're going to talk about some stuff today. So obviously we got the Udinese, the season finale in Unde, and then we have Dusan and Bayern Munich apparently flirting with each other, and then we also have a ironic new coaching name that has been added into the Juventus list.
God. Oh.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit when it comes to names, but
how did that name pop up today? And if you haven't caught on, it's Gattuso.
It is. We'll go in depth about it. And then again, we'll open the phone lines to you guys so you guys can hop on in, talk whatever you want to do. And we'll talk your takes, take your takes. And then we'll kind of go on there. Guys can chill Saturday afternoon, evening, or morning if you're in like East Asia. But yeah.
That's it. I'm drinking my beer. It's from Barcelona in celebration of the Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona tomorrow. Charles Leclerc is starting in 19th because Ferrari is, I don't know what's going on, but Sainz, the actual Spaniard, is in second. So the Ferrari F1 fans out there, we might do a bit more of that. We'll explore that for the summer. Things to kill some time in the summer. I might get into a bit more racing because I know there's a few fans out there, but we won't divert too much into that. Yes, Pipo, Gattuso. We'll talk about it. But first, let's bang this Udinese thing out of the way. I said this last week with Milan. It doesn't really matter. It kind of does a little bit, and we'll talk about it. But overall, it's the last game of the season. Pretty much things are locked up. I don't think it matters if we finish in 6th, 5th, 7th. We're getting banned from whatever tournament next year. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, I think UEFA's laying down the hammer because Schefren is pissed at Gravina because he's like, yeah, why take them out of Conference League or Europa League? He's like, I want to put them out for 2 or 3 years, not just the one. So yeah, I think tomorrow. I hate being that guy, but again, the game, it's in theory the ban's coming for next season. I would be shocked if Schefren doesn't ban us, but yeah, I think it's just we're playing for house money tomorrow.
Yeah,
Whatever higher seeding we get, more funding we get, but overall, it's still not going to be top 4 funding. So
nothing huge. We're already set to lose. I think it's just 80 million alone for not getting Champions League plus whatever. Like it's over 100 million that we're kind of out of.
yeah, so all of those folks crying about Dusan, why don't you guys subscribe to Juventus's J1897 membership, and then they'll keep them because they'll have more rep. It's just me joking, but
And,
subscribe to JTV, and then they'll keep them, so you don't have to worry about selling them.
I love how David Elliott talks. See, because I know there's the F1 fans out there just completely trashing Ferrari.
They drove like shit this morning.
Sainz qualified second, so obviously there's the pace. I don't know what's happening with Leclerc, but again, like let's not go down the F1 thing.
Terrible, but
Dash is getting into it. This is exciting. He's finally watching.
I got the game for free on Game Pass, and I like texted Dave about it. I'm like, I think I got the recent one from EA Play, and he's like 23. I was like, yeah, and he's like, that's not even out yet. Well, I'm like, whatever, the most recent one.
22.
So I have made it my personal vendetta to beat Verstappen in that game. So I'm gonna be the guy that beats the machine.
He's not even that good in the game. None of the AI are unless you crank it. But man, we're really flying off target. It's like we want the season to end and then we'll just watch F1 for the rest of the summer.
Well, we're just waiting for people to kind of just peter in. I can't I don't understand those like pure on channels because like for example, Beppe does it too where he waits like 5 or 6 minutes. He's like, hey everybody, what's going on? Blah 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 blah. And then like if you look at like BZ, they'll just be like, all right, hey guys, so I'm here to talk to you why Elkin said this and we're a small club. Boom, let's move on to the topics. But we like to tease you a little bit, just tickle you a little bit before we get going. So
there's layers to what Dash says.
Dash goes off the cuff sometimes. Kamaboko Gampachiro says, isn't it weird that Krybala cried so hard for the Europa League final and didn't cry for Cardiff? Dude, I was sitting there and I'm like, his goal was like probably the simplest left-footed it was a great goal. I'm not knocking Dybala. I look at that and I'm like, this dude barely has one leg and can do that, and Dusan like can't do that for some reason. It's literally a simple through ball. Dybala shoots it with his left foot in the bottom corner. I'm sitting there visualizing Dusan doing it. Dusan would take like 5 touches, do a terrible step over, and shank it. I'm like, oh my goodness, but I'm happy Roma lost. I need another 2 Serie A teams to take the L's because I want this on Gravina, where everyone's like, hey, look at this. Gravina got 3 Italian clubs into European finals, and I want them to lose them all just because I'm extremely petty. Because that's just
weird because I get that.
It's going to be a tick. It's going to be a nice tick on Gravina's record. Like, could you imagine that guy is missing 2 World Cups and fumbling 3 finals in the same season?
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
He's the vice president. See, and I'm slightly divided because on one hand, I do want the Italian teams to win, not Inter whatsoever. But like if you're Fiorentina and Roma, I would have been okay if they won. But at the same time, I want the system to fail. I want to watch it burn. If that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm not one of those like fans that will be like, no, screw the other team. I won't even talk to you. Blah blah blah. Like. Whatever. I mean, fair game if you're in the fight. That being said, Sevilla, I said it the Italian way for some reason, but they're my closet team, I guess. So I wasn't upset, and the boys from Monty's Man were awesome. So, in a sense,
the thing. So let me ask you this, Dave, because I talked about the Roma game at all. We were talking business, but never we talked about the Europa League final. So. How did you feel about it? Did you even watch it? Let me ask you.
Yeah, I watched it. I kind of caught it at 94th minute. I started watching.
I almost to be honest with you, I was like almost falling asleep half the time. But so
those were finals though, especially with those coaches.
I was honestly waiting for you to like text me and say, look at Mancini masterclass there, but because like that was like a striker's goal, that own goal that he scored. But
yeah.
The thing is like I keep hearing everyone saying that Roma got robbed, and
How?
I want to ask that question and folks in the chat, and this is going to be like our intro before we actually get into the stuff while people start piling in. Did Roma get robbed? Because they keep arguing about that handball, which when I saw it in real time, it didn't really look anything suspect.
They're always, anytime there's something like that, they're gonna cry foul regardless. And the Roma fans, let's look at the Roma fans, right? They encircled the referee and his family.
Oh, that's petty.
After the match.
Yeah, but ultras
What's
are
going
great.
on?
Ultras are amazing.
What's
We need
going on?
ultras. Ultras are the greatest thing in the
They're
world.
thugs. No, when they're thugs, I understand why teams try to shut that down, because you can't assault the family of anybody, really. Anybody. It's insane.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing, since we're on it, did you see the picture of their bus, the team bus that said
No.
champions on it?
Oh, that's an L. Oh,
You
that
can
is such an
you
L.
can get the t-shirts and the hats printed just in case, so you can do it for the photo shoot right after the match.
Oh, that's
but if you lose, you put them in the incinerator, right? You
No,
don't
just
paint your bus.
I was gonna say you send it to a third world country
Yeah,
that
you
doesn't have
send
TV.
yeah,
That don't have TVs. That don't understand what that is.
Yeah, it's just like,
That's like
cool America.
Yeah, that's like a running joke that we do in the U.S. for like any kind of final where they're like, oh, well, at least one country's getting a whole bunch of Philadelphia Eagles jerseys or shirts that say Super Bowl champions. That
could be a thing too.
Because yeah, I thought it was encroachment when I originally saw it, but at the same time, like this game was 100% on Mourinho, 100%. Like you have 3 defenders take penalties. Like I don't know, is it just me? But do all unless you're Harry Maguire, like you don't want to be taking a pen. Because like for Harry Maguire, it's just like scoring an own goal for him, so that's why they pick him for penalties. But
Bonucci, there's
Bonucci
cases
as well.
So
but the thing is like I just thought tactically, like I thought Mourinho was like, hey, we'll get the 1 goal and then we're just gonna hunker down. Where it's
100%. It's an Italian and Italian team, but
here's the irony of that. Here's the irony of me saying that. So like for example, if you look at how Juve played with played against Sevilla, and you look at how Roma played against Sevilla. So, people were, Juve's letting Roma or Sevilla do hundreds and hundreds of crosses. And really, in reality, they were petering out to nothing. And, they were criticizing us by saying, oh, look at this. Allegri's having them do all these crosses. Allegri bad.
This is you being petty because you're using it as a yardstick.
It is because the opposite happened where, oh my God, tactical masterclass from Mourinho. Look at all those crosses Sevilla was doing and nothing came out of it. I'm like sitting here listening to this stuff and I'm like, what? Huh?
All a matter of perspective, isn't it?
I know it's ironic in my opinion, but hey, we had better chances than Roma did in Sevilla. So it's like,
I love this from Jeff.
So like, yeah, I thought for me, I was perplexed with it because I'm like sitting there. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like it's just where's the consistency? Because like the thing is, it's like if you say that the sky is green and you're consistent about it, I'm cool with it. Say what you want to say, that's fine. But if you're like telling me that the sky is green and then you go to Dave and you say, no, actually the sky is actually blue, like, huh? Like I was just perplexed with a bunch of takes the past couple of days where they were saying like, oh yeah, Roma went out hard, they did this, blah 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 blah. I'm like, so they did the same thing Allegri did in Sevilla, albeit with less chances, and they're getting praised for it, while like we absolutely cooked our coach for that. Like I just thought that was interesting.
And we never preemptively painted our bus.
We didn't.
Just
no.
That's a huge L. Just gotta say it.
That is
that alone. You deserve to lose just because the paint on the bus.
Oh, 100%.
Story done.
It's done. All right, now we're moving on.
All right. I wanna really throw this out there because this is huge. At least I love it because I do follow the women's team. I hope you guys do as well. The Coppa Italia final against Roma. Roma did come in first in the league, killed it this year. We did beat them last weekend on the last match of the playoffs, which again didn't matter. We beat them 5-2. Which is actually pretty good against that team. Roma's a really big team this year. So Coppa Italia tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern. I'll probably have it in the Discord.
He's probably aiming it in the court.
So if you
Arg.
haven't joined the Discord yet, where's my thing? There's my thing. You can scan it, go in the descriptions as well. Any of the videos, every video has the same general description with the link for the Discord in there. Just click on any of them, copy that in. If you still have troubles, whatever, message me somehow, Twitter, figure it out. Message me. There's like 5 ways to do it. So we'll get you in. We've done it before. I've even put the link in. I think I just did that for Jeff last week. Yeah, just put the link right in there. So if you're having problems, let me know. We'll get you in the Discord, and we can have a bit of a watch party tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
All right. So Udinese.
Yay.
The other black and white striped team.
Yay.
From the other corner of the north.
Yay.
So there is one interesting point actually for Udinese why they might want to come out swinging. And they do typically do a lot better at home than away. So that is something to watch out for. So they're in 12th. They're staying in 12th regardless. That doesn't matter. However, with a win tomorrow, they would have 49 points. That would be their best point tally since the 12-13 season. So 10 years. Essentially, time for the best season in 10 years. So it might mean a lot more to them than we give them credit for, perhaps.
Maybe. The thing is, though, they have actually been, I think they've been undefeated they haven't lost at home against sizable competition. I think the last home game against a notable team was Napoli, and I think they tied that 1-1. Yeah, they did. They tied Napoli 1-1. They did lose to Lazio by an Immobile penalty, though, 1-0. So they've been on a losing streak as of recent. They dropped 2-0 to Fiorentina, the 1-0 to Lazio, and then they lost 3-2 to Salernitana, which was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they're not a great team. They're 12.
Yeah, I know, obviously, but they started off really hot this year.
Yeah,
like really hot. Like I think
they were in
like
the
top 4, top 6 or something like that.
Top 6 is what the stat said, anyways. But
yeah, so they started off really, really hot, and then they just kind of was like, yeah, no, we're good. We don't want to do this anymore. So they've kind of petered out towards the tail end of the season. I mean,
once they secured basically non-relegation, safety, they're just like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we're good. We're good. But
which I guess Udinese, yeah. I don't know. It's that perpetual mid-table team. Like, what do you do?
Well, I mean, hey, we thought it'd be fine when we were covering Empoli, and then psych. Oh gosh, that's
okay. Remember, the 10-point thing came out as we were hitting the
I know,
well,
but
right?
we just have not had the best luck streaming on Twitch, guys. Like,
oh no, and I don't even know. For the record, guys, we are in the Twitch tomorrow. I don't know why. I'm low key. I guess not low key because I'm just shouting out on the internet. I don't think there's enough viewership for the English language for the Twitch. We'll see what happens. It might be our last streams, Sunday, Monday.
It might be.
No promises. Nobody really knows. Like on one hand, yeah. I mean, we'll just do it here on YouTube and say what we want. Because he can, whereas he can't on the Twitch. On the other hand, I really do want Juventus as the brand, as the club to expand their platform. And they are an international club, and I think what they're doing is the right thing. They should keep on at it. And whether it's with us or with somebody else, I think it's good that they're the only club still trying to do it in Italy and in most leagues, really. So good on them for at least giving it the good old college try and letting us do it. But anyways, we'll be there on the Twitch. And it's been trash. It has Dash. Like, man.
What, the games that we've covered? Yeah, we've covered all of the most, like this entire
last
season.
3 losses, yeah.
No, it's not even that, but like, for example, we were there for the 5-1 loss for Napoli. We were there for the loss against Milan, the Coppa Italia stuff. The only thing we weren't there for was Sevilla. I think that was the only like grace period, but we were there for Roma. We were there for Lazio. Well, so this one, it's up in the air.
Up in there, undecided.
It's undecided.
Well, I'm just saying. It's just I'm low key, high key saying things because I can.
Bonesy, I'll get the shit.
yeah, we do. Well, just mostly
man.
Italian. The Italians are the worst.
I was gonna say, you know the amount of times that Dave and I have been called shame in Italian?
I don't know if they're calling us. Well, I think some are calling us a shame, but I think they're also calling everything and everyone attached to the team a shame.
Yeah. I do respect the one person that was on there that was asking about like a coaching change, and then he asked the question, we don't answer it, and then he responds with, guys, blink if you can't say anything about it. It was one of those things where he's like, blink if you're held hostage.
Yeah. And yeah, like we understand that as well. That's something we brought forward. And like I've gotten into the whole YouTube thing because, or just this style of platform, because I'm really big on the podcast on sports, and I do listen to multiple sports. And one thing that I always do when I'm exploring a new sport, I want to dive into it more, is I go to the official one, because you type in like the latest one I'm into, obviously, is F1 podcast. The official one comes up, obviously. But then they can only say so many things, and everything's always great and happy, and they won't say when something's trash. So you start looking for the guys that will actually talk about it. So right now I watch one called P1 with Matt and Tommy. There's a couple dudes like me and Dash, same sort of thing. Just shoot the shit, talk about F1. That's always what happens, because you can't talk openly on the official platform, which is unfortunate because they're basically shooting themselves in the dick, because they're not going to get the viewership, because there's 4 other Juve channels that on YouTube will just say whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing that sucks about sports teams, and I think Twitch in general, because I think it was more so Twitch kind of trying to get teams to do it. But like what makes it difficult is like, for example, you know, regardless of their quality, you have other content creators that are going to be off the cuff. Like, for example, you look at like modern radio shows or sports radio. Why are there, you know, off-hour podcasts more alluring? Because again, you know, they're off the cuff. And you know, there's certain shows that do really well. It's because again, those folks are, you know, saying what they want. They're off the cuff, and that's one of those things. But you know, trying to keep it to the point where, you know, and you understand, and it's totally understandable. It's not like there's an issue with it, but yeah.
That's the state of affairs on the internet streaming world, I guess. And yeah, Twitch, I throw up at it. I hate Twitch.
I don't like that platform at all.
I mean, for us to just go on, because it's StreamYard either way with YouTube, Twitch. It's the same platform we use on the back end. So, I mean, we just click a button, it goes. But
yeah,
Twitch is. But remember too, because Amazon is really getting into the sporting stuff. The All or Nothing series.
David said, "We can talk about WWE. What do you think? What do you think about Jimmy Uso turning on Roman Reigns, bro? I watched Friday Night SmackDown. That was wild. Solo with that Samoan spike. But I like to say that kick was the kick heard around the world. I thought it was awesome. I do think it was going to be Jimmy and Jay that end the bloodline, and I think it's really starting to go that way. I was a little bit upset. I'm a huge Sami Zayn fan. I think the guy's a very charismatic dude. Love the guy. So, you know, we'll see how they do it, because I think because they essentially, spoiler alert for some of you folks, but they merged both the Universal and the WWE title into like this one big corny gold belt with a big W on it. I'm not a big fan of it, but it is what it is. But I'm just kind of curious who's scripted to beat Roman Reigns. I mean, who's scripted to beat him?
Oh man, WWE. I think we went over half an hour before we just knocked out the Milan game last week. So I figured if I force this on us, we'll knock out Udinese. We'll keep people happy.
Slap it.
We'll slap this one in the ass and send it on its way. 3-5-2. We're going back to it because the 3-4-3 is trash. I was reading, it's Twitch trash Twitch. Twatch. Same thing. It's a synonym.
It was like a weird combination of Twitch and that.
Twatch.
Lechuga.
Giovanni, ciao. Lechuga, yeah. Lechuga. So the 3-5-2, everyone. Danilo, Benucci, and Gatti, because Bremer is injured.
And so is Dusan. So Milik and Chiesa are starting up top.
Yes. And then Di Maria, Kostic, Rabiot, Locatelli, and Quadrado. Why is What's going on
What?
there? Kostic, Di Maria.
I think that's an error. To be honest with you, Dave, I really think it's going to be a 3-4-3.
Okay, let me look
I think
at
it's.
what I saw earlier.
I think Fat Mob is bumping.
They're stoned. They're stoned. Yeah, what I had before didn't even give me the position, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's gonna be wrong. Just shoving Di Maria in there because I've heard Moretti is going in. So that would make more sense, I think.
Yeah.
But Rabiot where Kostic is, Moretti where Locatelli is, and Locatelli up the center. What is this useless app? Yeah.
Fat Mob or Bot Mob because it's terrible. Sam Mario's hi. The live with Marseille was great. One thing I have being said about Tudor that he was the assistant at Udinese before joining Juve, but actually was the manager. And it says a lot about how much he loves Juve. Yeah, he did. He really loved you, and he wanted to come at the time. Bone said Keane is hurt at training. Okay, that makes sense. Giovanni says is it gonna be on Paramount Plus? Yes, all Serie A games and Champions and Europe stuff is gonna be on Paramount Plus if you're in the United States. Jeff is saying, I see Chiesa playing on the right with Di Maria playing more on the top. I think it's a 3-4-3. I think Fat Mob is absolutely off its rocker.
And he's saying, isn't Udogie? Yeah, Tottenham.
No, he is. He's been loaned out. He's saying he plays as a left, but they're putting him on the right.
Yeah, like they actually have him lined up. He's playing for Tottenham.
No, I know, but he's been loaned to Udinese. He's technically a Tottenham player, but he's been.
He's loaned back out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. He's saying right wing back.
Okay, because he's supposed to be at left. That also, yes. Okay, I thought he was supposed to be playing. Okay, sorry.
That's so funny. Dude, Fat Mob had you so confused.
I was all fucked up. Whatever. You know what? It's a Saturday night.
I was gonna say, hey man, how many drinks in are you?
Some mistakes. I just started.
I gotcha. So kind of going over the overall wins, we're 19 wins to their 3. Really, again, Udinese is gonna sit back, wait, and play on the counter with their 3-5-2. It's kind of similar to the game that we played against them recently in January. It was the battle of the 3-5-2s. So it's essentially who's gonna clean it up better or who's gonna get the one opportunity. I think that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, Pereira he did play right wing back with us the first time we played against Udinese this season. I think he's been playing. Udinese is weird, guys. Like, don't. Even though their thing here on this, it's odd. Yeah, the whole thing is like really weird. I wouldn't take it as much of a thing. Just watch out for Doge. Watch out for Wallace as well and Pereira. Those are going to be your main threats for Udinese.
This name.
Misak's favorite player.
Yeah.
Samarditch.
Samarditch?
Yes.
He's a stud and
I have a soundbite, not gonna lie. I got that. I got that for you, Misak.
I'm a stud.
That was kind of I expected more. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Arnold saying I am a stud.
I'm a stud.
You like how I organized everything for you?
I know, it's so nice.
Came in yesterday, did some nice
Get to the chopper!
Sorry, I had to. You guys, watch Fubar, man. That's a really good show with Arnold.
My wife's watching it. It's already too late. I lost it.
Oh, it's a good show, Dave. It's a good show.
I'm sure one day I'll sit down and
that's it, and that's
watch it with her. All right. So leave your job as manager to join as an assistant to Pirlo, who didn't even have a certificate at that point. Says a lot about Igor.
Yeah, the second Juve called him at the time, he was happy. But the problem is he left mid-season because he was pissed that Pirlo kind of iced him out of the club.
Yeah.
Out of the meetings and stuff. So that was one of those things where like Tudor left with kind of a sour taste in his mouth, saying like, I don't really want to be at a big club anymore. And I don't think I can manage that. That's what he said at the time.
Well, and Tudor said a year at Marseille was like 2 or 3 years at any other club. So how is it going to be like when he comes to Juve? It'll be like 10 years.
At best.
Well, because like, look at our fan base.
At best.
How quickly does it take somebody to go on Microsoft Paint and do a hashtag Tudor out and plaster it all? Yeah, 5 seconds.
5 seconds
to get that shit on Twitter. wait for it. I don't know. I'm still up in the air with the whole coaching thing. I don't know. I don't know what I think. Yeah, I have to let things settle down. I think at this point I'm still kind of happy with Allegri with the other options out there. And knowing the financial burden.
The only option right now, because Spalletti's off the table, Tudor's off the table.
Tudor's still apparently on the table. I don't know.
He was off, he's on, he's off,
he's all over the place.
Like, geez, man, it sounds like a terrible situationship. Like, geez Louise. Like,
Palladino's got the extension now. $1 million a year he's making at Monza.
Oh, he's making $1 million a year. Because
$1
I saw that and people like, he's off the table. I'm like, you realize how easy it is to buy him out of that, right? But I don't think Palladino, Motta, or even was it Grosso, Fabio Grosso? Yeah, I don't even think Grosso from Frosinone were like actual concrete options.
No, and actually Motta's like 50-50.
Yeah, he would have
he's kind of getting up in the air a lot too. Like,
well, and then they threw Gattuso in there.
Like, okay, come on. What was the source on that, anyways?
La Stamp.
Okay.
I think it was La Stamp. La Stamp.
Let's move. Let's do it. Let's move on.
Let's move on. But
yeah,
the thing is like, I'm hearing now that Conte apparently is. Oh, he says from Albanese. Where am I seeing La Stamp?
I'll check. I'll check here.
Yeah, for some reason I saw something Juve related from La Stamp, but I lost my train of thought. Damn it.
Giovanni Albanese. Yep.
Yeah, it was Johnny the Albanian, as we call him. I think that's Masak's nickname for him. But what was I going to say? Because we're going to open up the phone lines right now. But yeah.
Do you want to take this one?
I could. We can't afford that guy. That guy's makes more money than Pep.
I was just going to be like, it's worse than Allegri.
Well, no. The thing is like Simeone, like, you have Allegri, Zidane, and Carlo Ancelotti on one end, and then you have Simeone and Mourinho on the other end. Like those guys are like their own little like plethora of weird. Like Simeone is the definition of Bush League. Like if you go up 1-0 and Simeone is your coach, he's gonna go up to you and be like, "Dude, fake anything." And also Jeff even says it too. He played for Inter. He's an Inter guy.
There's that.
But well, I mean, we said the same thing about Conte, but the thing is like, yeah, like for example, the one thing that Mourinho did at extra time was like the second session of extra time. The dude stopped the game for 6 minutes. He literally stopped the match for 6 minutes for an injury. Like that's how Simeone and Mourinho coach. But kind of looking at it, I was hearing somewhere that Conte was being considered for a back office gig, which I thought was interesting. Like they're going to move him in the front office, which I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, that's
like would he be like Elkin's like pit bull that he would send to Sheffrin or something? Like send Conte out to Sheffrin to scare the shit out of him or something? Like that's the only thing. Like he'd just be like another Nedved. Like, what do you do? Like, why would you be here?
Get ripped and go to the Europa League draw?
I know. Like, just have him throw his toupee at people in the Europa League draw. That'd be hilarious. So like with Tudor, he has been separated from Marseille, guys. Like he has officially left. Marseille. So some fans are a little bit indifferent about him, based off the conversation that we had on Tuesday. So Tudor again, it's really difficult. I think we're gonna probably see on Black Monday, because usually that's when coaches get sacked. That's gonna happen. That's what they call it in the NFL. Like they actually call it Black Monday, the Monday after the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's usually.
It's funny. I never heard it referred to that, but it's good. I get it.
Yeah. So like usually that's what happens, because like for example, in theory, the league calendar for almost all top 5 leagues end officially on Monday. So you're gonna see a bunch of shifting, players leaving, contracts being signed, a bunch of shenanigans there. But it's going to be interesting to see really what happens on Monday, because like for example, now they're saying that if Napoli don't release Giuntoli, then we're going to wait a year for them, and yada yada yada.
And that's all over the place. Like he's coming, and then it's like, well, wait next year. Or it's off the table. ADL's sandbagging us.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit nervous that we wouldn't have any content to talk about over the summer, but with all this soap operas and this telenovela stuff, because basketball, their off season is like a TV series. Like you're just sitting there, who's gonna go where, who's gonna get traded.
Basketball is it's like Real Housewives. They are the biggest prima donna. I don't know how any American makes fun of soccer when they have the NBA.
That's true.
It is so bad. Like, I love basketball as a sport, but I think the product that the NBA puts out is absolute trash. Just throwing it out there. But let's move on.
Yeah. Let's throw the link out because we've been going on our monologue for 35 minutes. So we're going to put the link out. We can talk about our little coaching carousel. I want to talk about Bayern and Dusan. I think that's going to be fun to talk about. And low-key, I'm going to trigger some Bayern Munich, or not some Bayern Munich fans, some Dusan fans. Also, I kind of want to see, like, for example, see if we can have a conversation on certain player performances this season and kind of go off of that. But I want to talk about the Bayern Munich Dusan thing while we're waiting for people to come in. So officially, allegedly, not even officially, but there is contact made between Tuchel and Dusan. And the thing is I kind of want to take this moment to kind of low key throw some jabs at some Juventini that are crying about it, saying, "Oh my gosh, it was a dream signing and now it's over." And it's
why don't you just throw a name out there?
No, it's a plethora of them now.
No, I know, but we have one close to our hearts, and it's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
throw him under the bus.
I'm not gonna throw him under the bus, but it was funny because when the news broke, like Farhad was like so upset. I was like, dude, come on.
Really upset.
But like the thing is like, and I love the chats. Like, yo, let's sell him.
Okay, what's this with? You've said
Broja?
This twice, bro. Yeah.
So Armando Broja, he was a Chelsea. He's a Chelsea youth product. He was actually. So the thing about him is he's a pacey striker. So he's an Albanian pacey striker, really good striker. My only issue that I have with Broja is, how is he going to be after his knee injury? Because Broja's knee injury really, really messed him up because he was starting to break through the Chelsea squad. Ooh, it's Habibi. But like Broja.
Hello.
I'm so used to you having like a beard and facial hair.
Yeah, what's going on? Who are you? Who's this guy?
I am an underage adult now. Back. I look
an underage adult. What is that, like?
Underage adult. Like I'm
legal?
17 and 11 months.
He's trying to get onto the Juve next gen. That's what he's trying to do. But kind of moving on, just kind of briefly touching on Broja. He said no bones. It's not Broja. It's Broja. The thing is
so he understands how to say this one.
He's the fastest guy at 6'3" I've ever seen in my life. As far as speed goes, he was breaking on to the Chelsea squad. Unfortunately, I think it was an ACL tear. I think he tore his ACL, but he was starting to get some consistent minutes under Tuchel. Was playing really, really well. He was actually doing really well for the national team as well, but unfortunately, just a really nasty knee injury, and it just kind of segued his career for him. He's again worth a lot of money. Like, he's not bad.
30.
He's 21 years old, still has a bunch of room to grow.
Young.
The thing is again, I just, for me, he's like, if you could take Federico Chiesa, make him 6'3", and then just place him as a true number 9, that's Broja in a sense. Like, the kid's got grit. Like, the kid just runs.
He's just jumping in value.
Yeah. The only
wow.
issue.
EPL tax.
Yeah. The only issue with him now is just, again, how his knee is, because he had cruciate. It says it even on there. It's a cruciate ligament rupture. So I like him. I thought he was great pre-injury. I don't know how he is. Dude went through the Chelsea academy, was on loan at Southampton, and then came back. Started under Tuchel, was playing under Potter as well, I believe. Tore his ACL, and then I haven't heard from him since, per se.
Okay,
now, in my opinion, when a kid like a 21, 20-year-old, it's very crucial.
We lost him.
Uh-oh.
He's like, it's very crucial. Cliffhanger.
He's got.
Hello?
Is he back? Are you back?
We hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
there
heard
you
yes.
are.
you said crucial, and then you
I
froze,
I
and
just
then you were teasing us.
it's very crucial for their development that they don't be injured at all.
Yes.
So Broha, sadly, now he's an uphill task. And he won't have it at Chelsea or a big club. He has to go again, maybe to Southampton. They are in the what's the name Championship. No,
Yeah,
now they got relegated.
Yeah, they got
It's
relegated.
a good suitable destination for him to go and get his mojo back and level back because those 18, 19, 20, 21 especially is where they develop. After that, the development slows down of player.
Yeah, and that's just kind of like a brief thing on him, and then so why not just keep Keenan Coyote
Kayo is
forward?
not a footballer anymore.
I think
Sorry, Kambako.
I think Kyle's done. His injuries again, like you can't
His
come back.
injury wasn't an ACL. He was a patellar tendon rupture. Like his, you know what? We call it a soap. Well, I don't know why in Arabic we call it a soap, but his soap has been washed up completely. So he has no knee. I don't
Yeah.
expect him to be a footballer anymore. Let him be a consultant in Brazil or something.
Yeah, he's gone. Like
And there's the Scamacca rumors as well. So if we get him on loan, that might be interesting. Apparently, he wants to come back to Italy.
Look, Scamacca, some people don't like him.
Well, he's got tattoos. Yeah. He's a bit of a thug, I guess, but
neck tattoos are like boomer stuff, complaining of kids having neck tattoos. But that's not my issue. My issue is he doesn't. If for some weird reason we're keeping Max Allegri, Scamacca is like a Dusan Vlahovic. He is better in the hold-up play phase. Okay, he's actually good in hold-up play, but he doesn't feed out of scarps. He doesn't know. It's not like let's say an Enzola at Spezia, who can fight off 3 defenders and hold on to the ball and feed off scraps and stuff. No, he cannot. He needs a team that goes through him and that he can link up and do his stuff. So it really depends on who's the coach right now on the player profile. But for me, like the most prominent name right now is Tudor. I looked at the names in FBRAF, okay, the reference site, in the data site, to see what's the perfect style of striker to the mold that Igor Tudor uses. I'm looking at it like comparing Dusan Vlahovic, Bulaidia, Alexis Sanchez, Giovanni Simone of last year in Verona with Igor Tudor, and what's the name? Moise Kean. One more player, Marcus Thuram. I saw that Marcus Thuram, honestly, because he's also a free transfer, if we can get him, not spend any inch from Vlahovic's money and get Marcus Thuram, we'll be set for next year. And keeping Kean.
How realistic is Thuram? I guess we can see how much he's worth.
38 million euros.
Yeah, I think he's realistic as a free agent.
Free agent. He earns 3 million. He wants like 4.5, 5 million, and he's 25, turning 25 this year.
25, yeah.
So like pick a very, like, you can play him as a winger, you can play him as a number 9, however you want. You can play him even as a 10, but I wouldn't recommend that. Take-ons, one of the best take-on forwards you can have. Let me open can I share my data screen?
You just have to hit present and then share screen.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Share screen. Okay, share. Okay, it's sharing.
Yes, you might need to zoom in a little bit. That's the only thing.
Let me see. Now it's better. Okay,
yep.
So here I'm looking at first basic stats. Okay, about the per 90 stats, like how comparing Bolaidia, Simeone of last year, Marcus Thuram, Alexis Sanchez, and Dusan Vlahovic, all are starters, were starters for their teams. Okay, like to per.
I think we lost him.
non-penalty goals, which is very important for me because I don't care about the penalties. I care about actual open field goals. Boulaye Dia leads it immensely, a 0.75, which means he scores 1.5 goals each 2 games. Like every other game, he scores a goal, which is amazing compared to Vlahovic, who scores less than 1 goal per 2 games on average, or assists, both of them together. Okay, if we go to goals minus without assists, it's Simeone first and Boulaye Dia. So that means that Dia can also help his teammates create chances, which is honestly very, very, very important. Now, here we get to the shots, basically, about what's the name? The actual total includes penalty kicks, but does not include penalty shootouts. It's non-penalty goals minus non-penalty expected goals. So here, you could see who is overperforming properly. A point difference, if it's minus or plus, it's an insignificant value. So like they're not overperforming, they're performing average. They're like average players. Dusan Vlahovic this year was an average player with a 0.7. Marcus Thuram underperformed to his XG. He should have scored a lot more goals than he scored. Okay, but Giovanni Simoni of last year and Boulaye Dia of this year, 7 overperformance. You know, like that's amazing. Like that is, I'm not gonna say world class, but like that's a touching world class player. Okay, this is goals minus XG. Like it includes the penalties. So I would not choose that one. I would choose always MPG XG. Now, for me personally, as I'm looking into criteria, I would also look at stats like shot creating actions. If you know, like what are you doing to help your team create a shot on target? A shot, just a shot. So look at the difference that Alexis Sanchez does under Igor Tudor. 113 shot creating actions per 90. Shot creating actions, which is 3.89 shot creating actions per 90. That means this is a striker that can create his own shots, that can create shots for others, and can link up play. That's why he was, even though he was 34 years old, Alexis Sanchez, he was very, 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 and extremely fundamental to Igor Tudor's play style, with the nine dropping deep, linking up play, creating chances to others. So, in theory, if you want to, because we're getting a system coach, okay, like either way, we're going to a very system-based coach. You give the profiles to maximize his system, because his system won't fail at the end of the day if you get the right profiles in it. Now, Marcus Thuram comes second there, which is still very, very good, honestly, with 2.36. Boulaye Dia, 2.29. Dusan Vlahovic, 2.1. Now, low goal scoring actions, like not just shots, actual goals that they have scored from their actions.
So bro, goal's a goal, penalty tap in.
Can create a tap in, a dribble, anything.
No, I was just reading this comment. But the thing is like we're looking at it from a metric when it comes to actual contributions from a build-up or an open play situation. That's why it's one of those things where it's like penalty. Well, it's some people say it's 50-50. I think it's 80-20.
No, it's 0.8, 80%.
Yeah, it's an 80% opportunity. So when we're looking at statistics like this, especially for a coach or a system or a player performance, we want to look at it from an open place perspective because, I can give, a certain, like, for example, I can make Bonucci look really, really good if I give Bonucci all the penalties that we take all season long, and Bonucci can finish with 15, 16 goals. So it's like, yeah, it takes skill to score it, but at the same time, when you're measuring a striker, when you're looking at it from a tactical perspective, you want to look at their possessions, their contributions, their scoring off open play, their shots, chance creation off open play. And then to answer Jeff's question for Dia, that is Salernitana striker Boulaye
leading
Dia.
striker.
Very good striker.
Yes, that's a very exciting name. He's got how many?
16 goals, 6 assists.
Yeah,
16 goals, 6 for Salernitana.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive.
He is 50% of their goals alone. He is there. Yeah, Luis Opanda is great. But Luis Openda is going to cost us a lot of money because he is like a 40, 50 million euro striker. Like, in theory, if we had qualified to Champions League, I would have said Luis Openda is a good what's name. But I'm looking at cheaper options, like maximum Bull Idea will cost us 25 to 30, like at best, like 25, 30, like if you squeeze it, it's 30. Okay, that's not nothing. That's like you're saving a shit ton of money from
Openda's valued 20 mil, but yeah, like he's climbing.
Yeah.
So it'll be like 30, 40.
He is no, they'll ask at least 40, 45 million because he is one of the players of the season.
Yeah.
I'm looking back here. Okay, I'm calling at progressive carries because you need players that can carry the ball and score the ball. And looking at that, look at the difference Marcus Thuram does, Giovanni Simone, Alexis Sanchez, which is on the 40 range compared to Dusan Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic is a traditional 9 compared to others that are very dynamic 9s. So if you're going to get to a dynamic system and play in a very fluid type of football, you cannot have Dusan Vlahovic in your system. So I don't get why people are so upset. People saying that he is one of the worst. No. With his technical deficiencies, it is very prominent. Okay, I don't see him as being he's going to be one of those guys that you're going to forget in 3-4 years. That's I was so sadly to say, but because I like the guy, but
there's his internet.
Yeah, we lost him.
Bring Morata. I'll be man. Didn't he just extend?
I don't know.
All
right, go ahead. Repeat
your
entire sentence. We lost you.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with my internet. No, I was saying, no, Dusan Vlahovic. Honestly, I don't get why everybody's upset. I don't think he will have a successful career with his technical deficiencies. Like, I will be honest with that.
He's been a huge let off. Like, man.
Like, sorry, it's a De Ligt situation.
It is. 100%.
For me, it's not because De Ligt proved that he's a good defender. We sold him and got a good defender. Okay, I'm not that upset about that. Like, I'm not shitting on him at all as De Ligt because he was a good defender. He was doing mistakes, but he was a good defender. Like, I have no problem admitting that. Yeah, 70, 80 mil. He wasn't. Dusan Vlahovic.
No, like, 70, 80 mil.
Not 70, 80 mil. And I don't see him as a good striker. I don't see any of the characteristics that I need in a striker. I don't see dynamicism. I don't see that he is involved in build-up play. I don't see him using both feet. I don't see him reading the game as well as he should as a top striker. Like, there is a lot of deficiencies in his game. If he goes to Bayern Munich with the Bundesliga tax on top, because the coach is Thomas Tuchel, I bet you he's going to go 15 goals a season, 15 to 20 max, because there is technical deficiencies, which is going to lead him to be on the bench.
I was going to say, but Thomas Tuchel is going to be the guy that unlocks him because everybody on Twitter is telling me, wait and see.
No. Okay. Who is the highest scorer in Thomas Tuchel's team usually? Like,
not
what's
their
the average?
strikers, they're wingers.
They're wingers or attacking midfielders usually. Yeah. It's not the striker.
Yeah.
The striker's always maximum hit time.
Well, they don't even really have a striker right now.
They don't.
They have Choupo-Moting, who's.
But even when Tuchel was at PSG and when he was at Chelsea, like, the only time he really did anything with a number 9 is when he had Aubameyang at Borussia Dortmund, but that was almost like 10 years ago. But, like, for example, go ahead.
And Aubameyang is not Dusan Vlahovic. Aubameyang was very fast, very pacey, could dribble. He was a dynamic forward back then. He wasn't a traditional 9. That's why he was Timo Werner that can actually finish. Okay, he can finish. So basically he just doesn't like foreplay. He would go in. Okay, now Timo Werner was only foreplay. Now Dusan Vlahovic is a raper. Sorry, because he just goes for happens.
But yeah, and the thing is, it's like I find it funny because it's like, for example, all these folks that are saying that, he's going to get 30 plus. Yeah, like Leroy Sané is going to pass him the ball, or Sadio Mane is going to pass him the ball.
Hold on. Apparently Sané or Mane
is going to get sold. Mane, Sané, Gnabry, all around the market.
Sorry, I screwed up. Mane's who's apparently being offered in part of the deal to get Dusan.
What 20? How are we gonna pay 20 million per year to Sadio Mane?
Well, exactly. That's the first I'm like salary. Like no.
Honestly, also while I was looking up about strikers that can fit two-door system, I thought about one guy that I think most people will kill me about him, but in my methodology of thinking, he would be a perfect fit because he's already used to playing that kind of system, high intensity, high pressing, gegenpress, link up type of striker. Guess who he is? He is very famous. He has won the Champions League already, but he's old. Not very old, but he's old.
Lewandowski?
No.
Has he won it? No.
Is he on a top 5?
Benzema?
No.
I don't know who we talking about.
Okay, Roberto Firmino. That's a
Firmino. Okay.
Yes, I'm looking at the 9.
I view him as a false 9 more than a 9.
Yeah,
exactly. That's
forward,
the type of 9. That's the type of 9 that Tudor uses. A very mobile and dynamic 9. That's not truly number 9. That's the type of guy that he needs.
Yeah.
With Dusan Vlahovic, I don't see it.
I like
Firmino,
but
he links up, he presses, he reads the play what it is, and he can help in every facet of the development of the game. Yeah. But the thing is with Roberto Firmino, first he's old, and secondly, kind of injury issues.
Yeah.
So like
valued
and high wages. Third is high wages. So if we're not going to play in the Champions League, that's why I discounted him, because we're not going to play in the Champions League. So what's the use of getting a Roberto Firmino in our team? No, like, are we going to go for the title next year? No, I don't think so. Unless Papa Elkan opens his zipper and starts putting in cash on the table, we're not going to do anything.
It looks like he's a free agent though.
Yeah, he is a free agent.
He is.
I would rather go
the wages. Yeah,
it's the wages.
I would rather go with Marcus Thuram or Marcus. If we can go extremely cheap, let's go Marcus Thuram, because he can play as a winger too if needed. If we're gonna play, let's say in the future, like Tudor comes for 1 year, fails. Okay, we're gonna play a 4-3-3. Marcus Thuram can play as a left winger or right winger. Doesn't matter. He can play a winger because he can carry the ball and it's fast and stuff. I have no issues with them. And he is young enough, 24, 25, to last with us for 5-6 years. If he keeps on.
Is this accurate? Because I thought Bayern's midfield fell off. Because like Gorsteka's injury prone.
Yes. Goretzka is injury prone.
Yeah,
they are starting to drop off. Yeah, that's part of their issue right now.
They're not integrating. I don't know why.
Yeah. Musiala's probably their shining spot, but he's like what?
Yeah, Musiala is their attacking midfielder though.
Yeah. Kimmich, I've always liked Kimmich.
Kimmich is great. Kimmich is very great. Sané, Gnabry are inconsistent. Coman is always injured.
Yeah, they're very like they have nice pieces, but it's when are they all playing together healthy, like clicking.
And the thing is, it's like, and it's also Tuchel as well, guys. Like Tuchel is like literally the German Allegri in a sense, where it's defensive solidarity and then you attack. Because, like for example, he had Icardi, he had red hot Lukaku, for that season with Chelsea, and like Lukaku did absolutely nothing with them.
Do you know who scored a lot of goals under Thomas Tuchel?
Kai Havertz.
No.
Mbappe
Somebody else.
I was saying Mbappe did.
No. Okay, fine. Like Mbappe, if you put
he was a left winger. He was a left winger.
He's an alien. I do not count him as a human. No, a human player. Moise Kean scored 20 goals under Thomas Tuchel that year.
I'm surprised that I'm surprised Bayern's not coming in for Kean.
No, because Dusan Vlahovic is white. Okay, so let's not go there. Because, the Bayern Munich past. You remember they put the logo like 1934 or 38. It stops. There is no more Bayern logo, and then it continues after 1946. Like nothing happened during that period. Okay, it was a peacetime. Anyways, let's not talk about the Bavarian history. And talk about reality is that because they want hype and stuff, so they will go Dusan Vlahovic because he still has hype. he still has voices for what he did in Fiorentina, which is okay. Look, my ideal situation is Kolo Muani goes to Bayern Munich so that they don't fleece us. Kolo Muani, and Kolo Muani honestly would work better for Tuchel's sake, for Bayern's sake. Kolo Muani would fit a lot better in Thomas Tuchel's system than Dusan Vlahovic, because Kolo Muani can dribble and can do anything you want. Like he would suit their system. Honestly, he would suit their system to the T. Dusan Vlahovic won't. And then Dusan Vlahovic can go to either Man United or Chelsea, and we get the bag of 120, 100 something million. Let them fight off. And Lukaku goes to Real Madrid as the backup of Benzema.
I think Benzema's out the door. He's leaving for Saudi Arabia this summer.
It's like 50-50. Some say yes, some say no. We don't know yet. But in my opinion, I hope that happens. And then Dusan Vlahovic gets that money, and then we can get Marcus Thuram. And then right wing back, I'm thinking right now, after talking about Pereira, I checked his FP his reference, because he's playing with Udinese as a right wing back. The guy, can I show? 1 second.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, you can bring it up. And just Frankie,
this
he
is
says, I just want to address this real quick. Sorry, Frankie says bring in Ochoa. I'm just going to say no Choa.
No Choa. No
Choa. No Choa.
If we sell Chesney, then okay, Choa. But now there is Chelsea still. Anyway, I was sharing this one.
Oh, that makes sense.
Share this stuff.
The point where they don't play as a 6, they both play as an H. Or an 8. I gotcha.
Yeah, 8-ish, because they play like 3-4-2-1, but they want to replace their center back too. I don't get it. They want to replace center back because they need more ball playing center backs, and De Ligt sucks as a ball playing center back.
I thought he was good.
He was supposed to be good.
He's not
supposed to be good. That's what he said.
Who says that doesn't understand football? Anyway, let's go here. Per 90 stats of Roberto Pereira as a fullback, because he's playing as a right wing back. He's in the 90th percentile of every offensive metric there is, okay? Except carries, which is a bit 50-50. And defensively, he is kind of yikes.
Yeah, he's like Quadrado.
He is... No, do you want me to open Quadrado? Quadrado is actually really good.
Really?
Yes.
He looks like such a thug, though. Look at his picture.
Yeah, I love him. I used to love him. Look, tackles and interceptions is much higher.
I was gonna say, yeah, because he flies in every challenge with 2 feet. So the guy's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go that way."
Well, we have Quadrado. He just does it way too slowly and gets the ankles. So,
but look at this. Like, okay, he's in the 80s, Quadrado, but Pereira is in the 90s of every single offensive metric. So if we want something for a cup, and Roberto Pereira's contract, I think either it ends this year or it ends next year. So he's on cheap cost. If you want as a bridge gap, I know everybody wants revolution and burning of the. Okay, let's think logically. We need more people.
And he froze. Well, you get like 10 minutes of monologue.
Yeah, what's happening with my internet? It's cutting off and coming back. I was saying that I would opt for Roberto Pereira as right wing back. What's your opinion?
How old is he now? Is he 31?
32, hitting 33. For a 1+1 deal.
How much?
Not a 2 year.
1+1 deal is not bad. I don't think a 1+1 is bad, especially since there's not really a viable option on the right wing back.
The thing is, I'm always thinking about chip costs. I'm thinking chip cost can push our team better.
Yeah, well, and the thing too is like he suits almost like, so if we're saying that Tudor does become the next coach, he essentially does the same thing he does at Udinese that he would do under Tudor. Exactly. Like it would be a perfect fit. I'm not opposed to the move.
He will also play as the cam if you want him to. Like he can alternate between right back or cam.
He was originally a cam and then he switched to a right wing back.
Man, I don't get why we sold him back then. He was really, really good with us. Like
because of Simone Zaza. No, I'm just kidding.
6.5
no, because I
is
think
what he's
I
valued
think he
at.
wanted to start more games. He wanted more playing time, so he went. But even though he was a
He went to the
great
Premier
fifth
League.
choice, yeah, he went to Watford back then.
Yep.
But he has a resurgence right now with Udinese, and like their main creative player, other than Gerard Deulofeu, who's mostly injured. And Gerard Deulofeu, for me, it's like a B-Tech Spanish Dybala. Like, he is great, amazing, always injured.
Yeah, he's playing, man. He's dangerous. He's, I think, put a couple past us as well.
I remember when he played at Milan. I know.
You know,
They wanted to
he
keep him, but
had
they couldn't.
he had 2 goals, 7 assists in like 6 games, in the first 6-7 games, and then he hurt his knee, and at the same time, Udinese's everything crashed.
Yep.
Because he got injured. Like, that's how bad it was. He came back from the knee injury, and then at training he also did again a knee injury. So yeah, I feel bad for the guy because he's very, very, very talented. I would have liked him to join us last year, but no hope in that. Now, what other position we need? We covered strikers, potential strikers.
Well, I have a name here because it was brought up, and Misak, you're perfect to really answer this one. Nonj Bonde. Should he get called up?
Oh yes.
The midfield is congested. Does this guy?
I don't care. Loan Miretti, and open this kid away to join the first team, especially if Igor Tudor is gonna come. He is one of the finest midfielders I've seen at that age. Honestly, he is like, and you guys are gonna be like, no, Misak was right next year if he starts. But Misak is absolutely right. This guy is extremely talented. Like, it's not for me. I don't get the hype over Yildiz in the social media. Like, he's good. He's gonna be good, okay. But if you want pure talent, a real talent, watch Joseph Nonje Boande. Okay, physical, dominant, right foot, left foot, long shots, energetic, engine, covers the whole space of the whole field, can ball carry, can dribble. Imagine a Pogba, but well, more disciplined, less flary. Okay? That's Nonje Buende in our youth system. Remember the game against Arsenal, the kids versus Arsenal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember who was the one that assisted Iling?
It was him.
It was him.
Yeah, it was
he
him.
brought the true ball that there was, and he was just 17 back then, and he took it, dribbled, and then passed. He is a genius in the making, honestly. So
since we're on the midfield, we're really pushing for Fratesi, apparently. Do we spend the money when we have guys like Nonj coming in? Perhaps we got Rovella. Like, it's really like, what do we do with the midfield?
I really, to be honest with you guys, like, I'll give you a quick take. We need to figure out the Regista situation and move Locatelli out of that role.
We don't need a Regista if Tudor's coming.
Yeah, we don't have to play that way.
Yeah,
no Regista system. No, it is double sixes basically. Double six, 1 6. One is a pure 6. The other one will be a 6 and the 8 mix. So basically a Locatelli that can play as a 6, that can play as an 8, can push up, can push down, but during rest defense, he's a 6. During offensive phase, he's an 8. Okay, that kind of system. But a Regista that takes the ball and dictates and orchestrates and stuff, no, there's nothing like that. Every compartment of your play would be helping. There is no one guy. Everybody has to pitch in.
Well, that's a good question, actually. Then realistic, ideal. I'm putting the caveat of realistic, so perhaps for Tezzy, whatnot. Maybe even if you want to be crazy, throwing an SMS, we'll go up to that level.
You know what? Give me a second. Let me get the board up, and then we can actually fill it in.
Ideal and realistic midfield. Okay, you want us to have the people we have already that's coming back from loan, or do you want us to bring?
No, just realistic, right? Like just. You can loan out Murati, perhaps. Ravella's coming back. Yeah, just be realistic, and we'll go up to the possibility of SMS man.
Okay, right. If I'm gonna talk about realistic, is Pogba a footballer or he's back on the,
he's
in
back.
the fridge?
No,
Okay,
I'm saying
fine.
he's a pro.
Realistically, he can come back and play a season. Yeah.
All right. So what's
Okay.
the first? Because I got the board up. Let's start with the formation. What formation are we going to do?
3-4-2-1.
Let's get rid of this 3-5-2 trash. I can't stand it. I mean, I understand it. I appreciate it. I don't want it.
Yeah, the thing is, 3-5-2. If you can play it good, it's a very fluid football system. But
it could be good. It just usually isn't.
Okay, so left center back.
Hopefully somebody else, but Alexandro. No, Danilo.
Okay. center back.
Bremer, Gatti.
And-
That's it.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
So left midfielder.
Kostic,
Okay. All right. First
He's
pivot.
got
Rovella,
Rovella. Yes.
Give him
This is
number
going to be
20.
exciting to see Rovella.
okay.
And then your other.
Lucatelli,
Yep.
no, he's number 5. Number
I don't know why I
five.
said
Number 5.
27.
That's last year. 2 years. Yeah, last year.
I'm thinking of his.
He's going back.
Okay,
Right.
right wing back, Cambiaso.
Yeah, we will have a Cambiaso next year.
For now, I'm not saying somebody else coming. I'm saying
Yeah,
Cambiaso.
this one could probably be played with, but yeah, Cambiaso, we'll roll with that.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say Chiesa is the right AM, so Pogba as the offensive 8. The 9, Vlahovic, remove it. Put X. Somebody who I don't know who we're gonna rank.
Gamaka. Keen.
Keane. Yeah, fine. Let's go Keane because we don't know who's gonna be our striker for now. Okay. Now how he plays, I cannot do anything. So I'll tell you, like, when this is our rest defense phase, and it depends on where the ball is. We're gonna be pressing throughout every part of the pitch. If the ball is deep, we press high, we chase and press all the time. Okay, everybody will engage in a press. We will never sit back under Igor Tudor. It's always going forward and forward and forward. Now, because we're gonna press and play like that dash, Pogba will be injured in 5 minutes. So remove Pogba and let's put somebody else. Like who can we put? Ideally, it's not Fagioli, but we're gonna put Fagioli because we have nobody else. The thing is, let's know if we're gonna play a fullback system or a wingback system, Jeff, because if we're gonna play a wingback system, we don't need Lodi, who's the left back, because we have Kostic and Ealing Jr. Okay, so this is our starting formation. What happens during build-up is you put Keane.
Here, hold on. Let me make the fake team.
Yeah, put the 43 or whatever.
Yeah, I'll just do a 4-3-3. So, and then you also have a question for your take on SMS. Oh, I set this
No way
up.
he's coming because he's in Champions League and he wants a Champions League team. Like, why would he go away from Lazio when they're in the Champions League? Probably next year, in case his contract finishes and he will be 30 years old. Okay.
All right.
Fine.
Walk me through it.
So, what happens is your 2 fullbacks are gonna push wide and are gonna be on the edges. Like, where is the 5 and the number 2? Each one will occupy those half spaces. Up, even up, like next to each other. Okay. So then Gatti and Danilo are gonna push high, even higher. Like to the midline, basically. Keane is gonna be next to the 4. Fagioli is gonna be next to him. Like both those two, the midfielder that's gonna be the offensive 8, okay, is gonna be acting like a 10 and the 9 at the same time. Okay, like he will be trying to hold up the ball and try to pass it along. Okay, so that No, the 7, okay, the Chiesa will be making runs in behind. So if the ball comes to, let's say, Keane, first man Keane will pass it to Fagioli. Fagioli will make a through ball to Chiesa, make a pass like that. Usually, yes, like that, and then he's a one-on-one on the keeper. It's a flick football. It's one by one, like it's very quick transition type of football. The other option is doing
10-minute freeze.
Intermission.
Bizak has dropped connection.
Oh my god, I don't know what's happening today.
It's okay.
No.
It's fun. It's all right.
Locatelli and Rovella will alternate as the other penetrative midfielder whenever the ball is at the wide. So let's say the middle of the pitch is very congested. There's a lot of players, so you're gonna go to the flanks. So it will be from like the ball comes to Danilo or Cambiasso, let's say Cambiasso and stuff, and you try to cross it in to the far post. The far post guy would be, in this case, Fagioli, because he's short, so he won't be that. Locatelli would be taking that spot and Fagioli to the other way. So they would try to either knock it back to the striker, so for the tap-in, try go straight at goal. So that's like the basic way he can attack. But the point is, what they did, and I watched them, whenever the opponent has the ball, that's where he is best, when the opponent has the ball, because he's not a possession-based coach. He's okay with possession. He's not like Allegri, like tries to give it up. No, but whenever the opposition has possession, what they do is try to smother the opponent, block passing. Let's say, okay, now it's on the number 5. Fagioli and Kostic, okay, go on the 5. They double press, okay, try to win the ball back. Okay, Rovella will cover the 8. Danilo will cover the 11. So either the 5 would be very, 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 very good, a press-resistant guy that can then knock the ball to the 6, and start a counter-attack, like from there to down, or they give up the possession. Okay, like he would be smothering every player there is. And if the ball goes to Rovella, okay, let's say to the 8, Locatelli shouldn't be already that forward, let's say. Okay, right. Now, what happens here is Bremer moves up to the 11. Danilo starts pressing on the guy that's on Rovella. And the 5 would be chasing the 10, which is the double pivot, okay, to block that lane. Then that's why in his football, you need everybody, every single player you have to be bought in with the idea of a team game, of a united press, always, constantly to win the ball back. And when you win the ball back, then you would see different runs. Let's say we won the ball back with Rovella, okay? Keane would drop down. Keane would be in between the 4 and the 3, okay? Fagioli will make the run here in the middle. Kostic would make that run, and Fagioli would make the run next to the 4. Yes. So it will be like this, and then easy tap him. That's the thing. They would try to press so that you can get the easiest way goals you can get.
Easy tapping, just like that.
Easy tapping, basically. But the build-up play, what I explained with the Keane of dropping deep, I don't think Keane can do it as much because he doesn't have the quality to stop the ball on the ground fast enough. Okay,
Yeah,
you need the ball not to bounce in your feet, because you're gonna flick it to a Fagioli or a Pogba. You're gonna flick it so that the move goes on fast, and you can get Chiesa back there. Now, if you're gonna talk about bench, I would love Joseph Bonde Nwonge to stay and be the backup of, let's say, Locatelli. He would do that role perfectly as a 6. That can be an 8-2, but a 6. Next to him in the double pivot, that's the problem. I'm thinking like Zakaria, everybody's saying keep Zakaria. Zakaria will play with us maximum 5 games a season because he will be injured. Everybody forgets that Zakaria is a very injury prone player.
Yeah,
I don't know why. Do you remember? He came, he played that first game, he scored. The second game, he was injured. He came back in March, played 2 games, got injured.
Yeah, he's always
and
injured.
then he was always injured. Like, what do you expect from Zakaria? Like, sell him as fast as possible because it's a deteriorating market. So,
well, how about Kulu? So the Kulu situation isn't even figured out yet. Tottenham want to get a deal on him at 35. We might have to slot in a Kulu as well if he comes back.
I think he's gonna get sold. Like, we will say okay for 25 million for Kulu.
At 25, you take him at 25.
I would take him at 15. His shit. Anyway.
Well, I guess that one kills that. So
yeah, I don't want him. Anyway, so that's how he plays, and it's gonna be very interesting football, to be honest. And what's your guys' take?
I think it's correct. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
it sounds good on paper.
Yeah,
The players can pull it off. That's the next thing, right?
And that's
the thing.
It's using assets that we have, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be addition of assets and changing of assets as well. So,
like, the thing is, let's remember Jurgen Klopp when he came to Liverpool. Okay, I'm not saying Igor Tudor is Jurgen Klopp. No way. Because he didn't win a title, for example. Borussia.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, but he takes many philosophies from Jurgen Klopp's game after high intensity, high pressing. So you need players that run, that physically can run endlessly. Okay, can go, push. Right now, these players with Allegri, with a guy that barely lets you run. They're not running. You feel them heaving, like they run as like me. I did like a cycling, that cycling thing you do in a course. Well, I forgot what the name is. Basically, I did that. My 2 legs failed in 5 minutes after doing 5 minutes of that. That's what happens to professional players right now under Max Allegri. Well, imagine that with Igor Tudor. But if you build the system that's how you want to play, and it is very successful in Europe, by the way. It's very successful. Like, let's be honest. It's one of the there's 2 successful methods of playing football right now, which is high possession. Second one is this, high intensity. Either go high possession or high intensity. We go to the high intensity method, and then you need to develop these players to play that way, because if you're gonna be successful in Europe in the future, everybody has to learn how to play in a very high intense game. Juventus back in the 90s, what was Juventus known for back then? 30 years ago.
High intensity.
The intensity we had, the midfielders between Conte, between Davids, between not Zidane, between Deschamps, between Tacchinardi. Are they technical, silky midfielders that play possession? No.
They just beat your ass.
They beat your ass. They tackle, they press. Like, there was no concept of gegenpress back then, but Lippi back then had already thought about it. He would gegenpress and give it to his 10 or Zidane, which is another 10, double 10s basically, and facilitate the play like that. The recovery of the ball in a high position of the pitch to create goal scoring opportunities. Now, if we're gonna go that's why we need Igor Tudor to start the base, and then next year we make adjustments. We fix the team more. We bring, because if we're gonna play multiple, let's say best case scenario, next year we finish in top 4. Okay, with Igor Tudor we finish top 4. You still have to bring a lot of players if we're gonna play 3 times a week. We would need more legs. We need more runners, especially in the wing back positions, because Cambiaso or Pereira or something like that, I don't feel like they have that intensity in them. They're not a Stefan Lichtsteiner, let's say. Imagine having Stefan Lichtsteiner with Igor Tudor. Fuck, it would be amazing.
And Yusuf's asking here, would McKennie fit the style as one of the 2 up front?
No, he's technically deficient.
No, yeah, I wouldn't say he might work as one of the
The
defensive
pivot.
midfielders, perhaps as a substitute, maybe
And
just
I
to
wouldn't
run
take him.
around some. But
I would never take him. He is.
I think
You need technical ability still with the physical qualities. You need
yeah,
both of them.
he's sold. I'm pretty sure he's sold.
That's why we take
He is.
Pulisic. That's why we take Pulisic.
God no, God no, God no, God.
Hey,
no.
we're leading the
Please.
race. We're
If
leading the race.
you know, if I would get it if we were in say Europa League, we had to play congested schedule. We need some
3 times a day. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe Pulisic is something you can talk about because you're getting that extra money as well from being in the tournaments. At this point, no, I don't think he can.
So
I still like him as a profile. He's injury prone, yes, I get it, but at 20 mil,
no, this
I think
is yeah. I think, but I wouldn't get him. You know what I get instead? If we're gonna get some crap from Chelsea, is Hakim Ziyech. Play him Ziyech and play him one of the forwards instead of like alternate with Chiesa because he can fit the profile.
Yeah, I like
But
Ziyech
not
as well.
Pulisic. Hakim Ziyech, I would be very, very, very afraid if Milan gets it as the right wing option.
Are they
I'll
looking
be
at him?
very
Oh
afraid.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
that
would be very. They would be very ready for
that's
this to get the
dangerous.
wing.
Yeah,
because that's honestly, in my opinion, I think that's one of the biggest things that's held Milan back is them not having a right winger.
Yes,
Like that. That
they
is how
play a right wing back as a right winger, so it's screwing them over.
they play shoemakers.
They play Shoemakers and the Messiah.
Yeah.
Yes, Yef. This is not a hypothetical. This is like a realistic, in-house, without any addition, formation of how Tudor would line up and how he would play football. But to improve it, you need more. You need more quality, a lot more quality.
All right, there's a couple more points I have here. We're getting to that hour and a half mark, so we'll just knock these out. These are just getting to all the rumors as well as to all your questions. So I mean, I say we'll wrap it up. That's never really the case.
When he says we wrap it up, we're going on for another hour and a half.
Yeah. So at least another half hour. So first one, we'll just touch on this one quickly. Pellegrini. Sarri wants him apparently.
I thought we sold him.
Apparently
No,
not.
we didn't.
I thought we did. I thought we did too, but we didn't.
No.
Was it an option or
We loaned them. I knew it already. Option.
Okay, it was an option.
So, I mean, it's for 15 mil, but they want to spend max 9 on a left back. They're saying now. Did we sell him for 9? We take him back.
12. Yeah. I sell him now. I sell him 9.
Let's get rid of him.
Goodbye. Oh yeah, goodbye. 9 million
I
is
don't
more
think
than enough for an injury
he's
prone.
He's a beautiful kid, but I don't think he's got it.
He can be a great model on what's the name, an Armani perfume. If you want him that. No, I want footballers. He's not a footballer.
Unfortunately, yeah, he's not quite at that quality. I had high hopes for him. He never really panned out. So I say take the money. 9's obviously lowballing if he had the agreement at 15, but yeah, you gotta come somewhere north of 10.
The agreement was 12 and 12 plus bonuses, but I don't think he even managed one assist.
Yeah, he probably didn't get those bonuses. So
there was no bonus. So that's why let's sell him. If he wants him, let's sell him and then move on. Because this is another Paratici trash we have. Like the Douglas Costa we're still playing. Like
you had to bring Douglas Costa into this, did you?
I love the player. I love the player, but God, man, that deal was so horrible, and we were suffering throughout it. Even though I wish our fate was different. I wish he had the physicality of Rabiot, the durability of Rabiot, because he was one of the most fantastic wingers I've seen at Juve. Like I've never seen a winger that good in Juve. No, never.
No, he was great. When he was healthy, when he was playing, he was great. But
that 17-18 season, remember? Like the game against Inter, the games, like the everything he would do, like he would dribble 3-4 players and whip it in or do Rabona. Like he was such a crazy bastard. I would love them. Then he failed me. Sick man.
Failed me.
Yeah, we got him.
Failed me.
Just the
like it's not like, for example, sorry to interrupt you, but like going on a rant, like I would be more upset back then of selling Douglas Costa, then I would be right now selling the Dusan Vlahovic. Because I told you why.
No, that's fair. All right. Last point before we just either go completely off the rails or shut her down. But the rumors have been swirling. Hoyland.
No.
No, he's like, what
about
he's just
Coip miners?
Coop miners
Yes.
as well. Okay,
Yes,
we talked about
yes,
both of them.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
yes,
so
yes,
yes for
yes,
a Coop
yes.
miners, but no to Hoyland. Hoyland's apparently valued at 50.
Overinflated player that is
Yes.
still not ready
He's
for a big club.
Dusan
He is a
2.0.
better Dusan because he is faster than Dusan. He can score with right or left, no problem. Any problem, he can dribble and stuff. In my opinion, he has a very, very, very higher ceiling, much higher ceiling than Dusan. Okay, just you wait and see. But he's not. It's not ready for 60 million
No.
for us right now. No.
But Coop miners then.
But Coop miners would, if we can get him, especially in the, I would start him over Pogba as the 8, as the offensive 8. Okay, he would be a complete, because he fits the profile. He is a very tall, very dynamic 8-10 hybrid that can link up play. He is like an all-star midfielder. Like if you put him as a number 6, he plays. If you put him as a number 8, he plays. If you put him as a number 10, he plays. And 7 goals, 3 assists. Okay. But this is not including the shot creating and goal creating opportunities he does. He plays as, look, they put him main position defensive midfielder. You know why? Because they don't have right now. They sold in the summer to Southampton. Atalanta sold their last year's defensive midfielder. The Switzerland midfielder. I forgot his name.
Freuler.
No,
Yeah, it was
Freuler. Freuler, they sold him. Okay, so they got this guy called Ederson, I think, from Salernitana. Okay, but he was not good enough for Gasperini. So Thun Koop Miners was playing as the 6. And then when Ederson would be subbed in, he would push out to an 8. And then when what's the name? Zapata and Muriel were injured, he would alternate as the number 9 with Hoyland. The guy is a complete footballer. Wherever you put him, defender, center back, midfielder, defensive midfielder, whatever you tell him to do, he will do. He will do it good. If you put him in his correct position, he's excellent. And playing him
against Torino.
Yeah.
Jeez. It's midfielder that gets a hat trick.
Giuntoli wanted him.
Yeah, we wanted him too, by the way, when Paratici was with us, when he was back at AZ Alkmaar in the Netherlands.
He was in the black book.
Yeah, by the way, honestly, if we get Fratesi, I would shove him to the window if there's 2 Twin Cup miners that we're gonna get. Twin Cup miners.
I don't understand. Like, for example, what's the draw to Fratesi?
Italian midfielder. Like, he's good.
He's good. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying that. And honestly, if you want not to play the system, if you're gonna play a 4-3-3, specifically a 4-3-3, I would say go Davide Fratesi, because he's a very great box-to-box midfielder, a pure box-to-box midfielder. He goes, assists, penetrates, does everything. 7 goals already as a box-to-box, which is amazing numbers. And a great finisher.
Bit younger.
But if you're going to play the system of a double pivot and 2 8s and 2 inside forwards of Igor Tudor, you do not need it, Davide Fratesi. It's pointless. You are stopping his career development while making your team functional. What's our problems for the last 4 or 5 years? We're not building a team, a correct team that fills the mold, like it fills the correct mold of how we're gonna play in a system. That's this year. We have a left wing back. We have one right wing back. We have a right back, one left back, one right back, one left wing back, right wing back. We have 5 center backs that are all right center backs and no left center back. No one can play on with his left foot. So there's a lot of work to be done. We know that, but proper profiling on the players is necessary for us to build something. It doesn't matter, in my opinion, it doesn't matter the age you're gonna get. I don't care about the age. I care about the functionality of the team and how you could succeed in the team at the end of the day. Okay? If you get Roberto Pereira, I'm not gonna be upset because he's 32 years old at all. My only worry for Roberto Pereira is, can he run? Can he constantly run for me 90 minutes every week? Can he do that? Or 60 minutes at least?
Absolutely. And that's really going to be our off-season talk, is who do we buy, squad composition. Hopefully we get the Gintoli or whatever the sporting director thing is in place by then, right? By next week or two. But yeah, there really is so much more to peel apart on these ones. Good questions though.
Yes. If anybody else has any other question, ask, and you shall receive the answer.
Musak is loading up another. He is a coiled up spring, ready just to pop at any moment.
Also, I was going to show you this team success. Very important for me. Okay. This statistics, share this stuff. You can see, right?
Yep.
Displaying them. Okay. Team success means how much goals are you getting scored on? Is your team scoring per 90 when this player is on the pitch in a minimum of 30 minutes? So basically, how much effect does this player bring to your team, okay, when they are on the pitch? Are they a difference maker? Are they a true difference maker? What do you see prominent here between all the 5? What does strike out? All are positive players. They help their team, but what does strike out?
Well, Simeone is like significantly higher.
Yeah.
Yes, he was perfect with
Tudor. I remember that Caesar. Caesar. Wow.
Caesar salad.
You need a Caesar.
Yeah. Okay. Other than that, look at the difference Dusan Vlahovic to us. Okay. Being 0.14, it's like negligible. He is there or he's not there. The team doesn't matter. So that's why I come back to the point. I am not sad at all with him moving on at all, because statistically, stats do not lie. Well, it doesn't lie. When he's on the pitch, there's nothing going on forward. If I put Moise Kean, I remember Moise Kean has an on-off of plus 0.11. He is less than Dusan Vlahovic, okay? But he is your third choice backup player. So I won't expect him to do the same effect as Dusan Vlahovic.
Like also, 60% look at Marcus as well.
Yes. Look at Marcus Thuram, for example, a 0.69. So on average, this is including goals scored and goals conceded. Like, this is the how much you are benefiting a lot with the present.
And there's
you gave him a compliment. You gave him the compliment and it just froze him. His bandwidth couldn't handle it. Go ahead. You just start what you were saying over again. You were on.
Yeah. It's not about the run. Just run. The shot creating actions and goal creating actions of Moise Kean is higher than Dusan Vlahovic because he is more involved in the game.
Yeah. No, Dusan is not involved. You're absolutely right. He just kind of stands there, waits for the ball. Has no hold up play. Gives up.
You can sit. You can sit. Stand and not be involved, but hold the play. But you cannot be nothing. we cannot be playing with 9 outfield players until we are inside the box. Then we have magical one more player extra there inside the box only. That's not how football works.
My thing, my thing with Doosan is what irritates me is like, for example, it's just our own fan base absolutely like married to this guy, where it's like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. You know, like Dusan
Reminds me of
Vlahovic.
what, you know what did he
Go ahead. Did you forget it or did he freeze?
He might have froze.
I think he might have froze.
Man, Dash. I love how I love how you're just like, screw the fans. The fans are the problem. It doesn't matter.
Because they are. Because like here's my little theory here. Because it's like I'm looking on Twitter and I see a bunch of Juventus fans saying, "Oh my goodness, if we could only make this work out! Oh my god!" Like it's like they're putting this Dusan guy on this pedestal. Like Dusan is this person that you've wanted for so damn long, and then you finally get it, and then like your honeymoon phase is over and it's not working out and you're like, oh, please don't leave me, I'll do this. Like, dude, why are we move on? Juventus is more than just one guy.
Yeah, you got to move on from that.
Like
sure.
if you're married to Dusan, you cannot be a Del Piero or a Buffon fan whatsoever. Dusan doesn't care about Juve.
These kids, they are kids, they haven't lived through like Del Piero. I remember crying when Del Piero left because I thought he can give me one more season back then. Yeah, because Del Piero, or even let's remember Ibrahimovic back then in 2005, 2006, who scored like 18 goals with us in that season before we got they relegated us. That season, like that was a fantastic player. That is what they think Dusan Vlahovic is now. Do you remember what Zlatan Ibrahimovic was?
He scored from anywhere, dribble 4 or 5 players like it was
the dribble, the technical ability.
Not even the same
technical ability of Zlatan Ibrahimovic was magical. Like Jesus Christ. Let's not overrate and overhype this guy that hasn't done anything. 60 goals, born after 2000. Doesn't matter. If you go back, you can look at other players that have scored that much goals.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter. It's what you do. It's your qualities that you show in any sort of system. Okay? Doesn't matter. What you can show how good you are. Di Maria, even though everybody's calling him crap, I still saw him do something. Even if it was 2-3 months period, I saw him do something consistently for us. Chiesa is coming from an injury. I still see something from him. Keane, Milik, I still see something. For a 7 million, like people are shitting on Milik and saying that, oh, look, Milik is so much better than Dusan. No, but Milik is 7 million euro striker, okay, that earns 3.5 million.
Like a tenth the value.
10th, like 10%. Okay. Oh my God! But let's not go off the bat. My point is, they remember me. This fan base, that fan base, reminds me of Cristiano Ronaldo's fan base for some reason.
Yeah,
it's like the same bandwagonery. Since when Juve fans became so bandwagonery, like Jesus Christ. Okay, your team is shit. Support them. Like talk. Like use your brain. Converse properly.
You're always gonna get that though, right? So I mean, social media's exposed it.
It just
but Nick Vlahovic is also average. Just to let you know, he is a very average guy.
Nobody's I think arguing that.
No, for me right now, and what I've seen with his tactical deficiencies, he's an average player. Mm-hmm. He is a very average player, and I hope we get our money back and a bit more to not suffer during the transfer market because we're gonna lose a lot of cash.
Yeah.
But as a player, as a pure player, statistics and number-wise, I can show you right now, he is not a difference maker. He has very little qualities that we can expose. Okay?
I just I don't understand 6 months and like everyone's sitting here thinking he's dropped 30, 40 goals a season before he started working with Allegri. Like you realize, like, for example, a good chunk of his goals in Fiorentina were penalties also. I believe he had 15, I think.
He had He had 12 goals open. He came to us with 18 goals in 3-4 months. Mate, I've seen good strikers throughout the career. I have watched football for like 20 plus years. I've seen good strikers. I've seen every sort of striker you can imagine. A traditional striker like Trezeguet, that's now a pure number 9, okay? That doesn't help with build-up at all. And I've seen Higuain that helps with the build-up. I've seen rest in peace, Gianluca Vialli. Gianluca Vialli is the most complete number 9 I've seen in my whole life. He would do anything and everything you want as a number 9.
I mean, even Icardi was better.
These are the greats. If I'm going to talk about goods, if like average, like Matri, like Vucinic, like remember those guys? Okay, I put Dusan Vlahovic in that category.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Good.
That's fair.
Good. Like he was serviceable. He wasn't shit.
We just paid a shit ton of money for him. That's
not
really
Bettner, right? Not Bettner. Lord Bettner.
No. Anelka and Bantner, remember? That was peak banter. If like we won the Scudetto, I remember we won the Scudetto and then got Bantner and Anelka as a prize, and Conte still won us the trophy.
I know, that was so funny. Yeah, Nick, he was being compared to Haaland, but the difference is Haaland is just a physical specimen, where Dusan wasn't he's not. So like, because like, what was it? There was so many reports on training that they were saying that Moise Kean was just absolutely manhandling Dusan off the ball. So it's like, the thing is like Haaland and Dusan had those comparisons back then, but like the issue is like Dusan's physicality. Because like the one thing for me that was a big red flag was whenever we would play Fiorentina and De Ligt would just man mark him and isolate him the entire game, and it just locked him.
So I remember one game that Dusan got the better of us. That was the first game that he started, the Fiorentina 3-0 against Pirlo, when we got the red card of Juan Cuadrado that he chipped Chesney. I remember back then when Chesney was shit. He was playing very bad, sorry. I remember that one game. The other game, he got pocketed by De Ligt, and then he scored the penalty, and Artemo Franchi. But like when in Italy, it's a very tactical. Why do people say it's very tactical? Like this, if you are not unpredictable, if you do not have technical qualities to solve situations on your own, you get found out. You get easily found out. And that's what they did. They know that he's a guy that is one-footed. That is a guy that's weak in build-up play, that is weak backed against the goal. So they play, and they know that Juve, that's on the fault of Allegri, they play through their striker. They want the striker to hold up the ball and then facilitate the play. They don't use the wings and midfielders to facilitate play. Okay? So double-edged sword in a way. So that's why we were very bad this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, and him, if he wants to go to the Bundesliga, I mean, in my opinion, that's a cop out on him, because he knows. Like, it's the only thing that'd be worse than that is if he goes to France. Like, that would be the only thing that'd be worse than that. But
France is better, in my opinion. France is better. He wouldn't score that much in France.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
have you seen Bundesliga? Have you watched games in Bundesliga?
I've watched games. There's no defense. It's like you're watching every coach is Italiano there.
Yeah, every coach is like, it will be counter-attack, okay? A counter-attack. You won't see the other team coming back to help the defense. They would be jogging around, and then 3 versus 2, and they would miss it. Yeah, KB. Look, my girlfriend was like, "What happened to your face?" I'm like, "This is my real face."
It's okay.
Because she's never seen me shaven.
I get that too. I remember that one stream, everyone was just like commenting on there, like, "What happened to your beard?" And I was like,
don't do it.
You gotta shave it every now and then, just to.
It doesn't suit you. To be honest. That with beard, you're better.
Yeah. So
I look like a child if I'm shaven.
I know I look like a baby.
What do I look like? Well, give me the age that I am right now.
I was gonna say,
23.
almost like you almost look like football's version of Ben Shapiro. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck. What the fuck?
Wow, I think you
I'm just
offended
saying.
him.
Because it's just because he
I'm
comes in with
offended.
great. I mean it in a polite way. Because he's just coming in with statistics and stuff.
Boy.
But isn't Ben Shapiro this far right?
Not political. That's what I'm saying. Not from a
The
political.
non-political part of him.
I'm just saying because like he has like every single statistic memorized to the back of his head. So like he came in with legitimately every single statistic for all of the players that you were talking about, and like he just went on it for like 20 minutes. And David says you're 29.
29. And KB,
Right now, I look like 29.
29.
without
I
the
said
beard?
23. No, you're young. You're a youngster without the beard. I don't know how old you are, so I have no idea.
My girlfriend told me I'm look 17. I was like,
Oh no,
No,
you're not.
no.
You're not Bates.
I was
Come
like,
on.
I'm like,
No.
oh, what? So you are dating an underage person? So let's go to the prison now. You're raping me. Anyway, let's go. He'll probably
don't know.
turn into Lewandowski 2.0.
I don't think so. I think
Under
Lev-
Tuchel,
Okay, I don't think it's being
absolutely
serious. Relax. We'll get an aneurysm over this one.
not. No, under Tuchel, no. I never. No way.
No, I
No
don't
way.
think so.
No. He's
No,
not.
I think he's gonna do terrible, and then we're gonna sit there laughing, counting our 80 million. that
like we
we have to him.
like we do with the lift.
Yeah.
Hopefully
You know
that's
what's
the
gonna-
best outcome.
You know what's gonna happen? I don't think he will go to Bayern Munich. I'm gonna tell you now. He's not gonna go to Bayern Munich.
Like
He
go
will,
to
he will
Chelsea?
go. He's going to. I say
What
Man
are you
United.
beating yourself with?
This is my keyboard.
His thing.
This is my keyboard rest where I rest my hand. but
Okay, because just the way it shows up with your
Yeah, Jeff is saying it
the
too.
black
He's like,
thing.
he's like, no shot, Misak football facts don't care about your feelings.
No, I don't care about feeling. What am I gonna do with your
No one's
feelings?
got feelings. This is
Yeah.
the
I-
internet. People don't have
I, d-
feelings.
I don't.
here.
You know-
After Del Piero left, after Buffon left, what feelings do I have with these players? Like even Chiesa, if an offer comes, I would sell him. I don't give a fuck for them, honestly. I hope the youngsters like Fagioli and Miretti, but I'm not. I don't
You
care.
know,
I
you know
really
what's-
don't care. I don't get this hype. Twitter like fetishes with between these girls on Twitter, Juve fans like for Dusan Vlahovic just because he's handsome. Do you understand football, my man? Do you, my woman, not man, my woman.
Yeah, it totally.
Like,
swung
okay,
that way.
Farhad, for example, Farhad, I don't know why Farhad is so sad about Dusan Vlahovic leaving.
He doesn't
we
watch
make
that many
fun of it.
games. Like, yeah, we mess with him because
We
he
make
doesn't
fun of
really
him.
watch and is in depth with everything like Dave and I are. So, like, I think that's probably why.
Okay.
Because
Maybe
there's
that's
kind of
because-
times where he'll say something and we pull him and we're like, hey, wait a minute. He's like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, you might want to watch this before you say that. Oh shit, thanks guys.
He does a lot of shift work and he misses
Yeah,
stuff.
he works a lot. Yeah.
Okay,
But
that's
whatever,
why.
we don't have to
Maybe,
go into
because
that.
right now I don't want to wage war against apologists, but I don't get the Allegri apology. There is no Allegri apology. I don't get the Dusan Vlahovic apologists.
Those
For
irritate
what?
me more. Those irritate me a
For
lot.
For what?
I'm
What?
telling you. I don't know. I opened the show with that. I'm like, I don't understand why are people in love with a guy that was only here for a year.
It's not like we're losing
it's the
David
idea.
Trezeguet at his peak. Okay.
Yeah,
It's just the idea of it, right? Like everything these days, it's all about the ideal. Like, oh, this
that
like,
just makes us sound super desperate.
Yeah,
Like,
super
it
desperate and
it
super
sounds
dumb.
needy.
It is dumb. It is very dumb. Honestly,
Sure.
it is dumb.
Sure,
Like,
it sounds like a needy
I-
girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what. Well, it sounds like for example, you know, you get friend zoned by the chick that you like, and you're just like, no. It's like, bro, just move on.
I want in my dream scenario both Allegri and Dusan Vlahovic hold hands and go out of my club. Both of them hold each
Holding
other's
hands.
hand and go wherever they want to go.
Just to
Go
walk
to
it
the
off into the
airport.
sunset, holding hands.
Just,
Will you drive them to the airport? Here we
if I was
drive.
here, I would
featuring the
make
time.
Kevin. I would get Kevin some gas money. Let him take them to a drive.
Oh,
I don't even know if he has a car. Does he have a car?
No, I think he does. I think he does.
We
Okay.
send him the money to rent a car.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll get it done.
We need to get more ad revenue though.
Yeah, guys, we've made 12 cents since Monday. We're doing good.
That's 12 cents more until buying out Allegri's contract for some folks.
Oh man.
Oh,
Hopefully that picks up.
To Shanahan, it's about how full of potential. Look, I don't see it. I don't see it. I do not see the potential.
I think the
I
thing
see.
is, you don't
I see
spend.
a guy that's very like when he celebrates, he's very ecstatic. That's nice, but I do not see a potential in him.
The thing is,
I
though,
don't see a lot of potential in Keane too. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen a lot of good players. I don't see that.
the thing is, it's like when you're looking at it, guys, we can't be buying players off hopes and dreams. Like
No,
that's the honest thing about it, because it's
you
like
can invest,
you
but you
can
cannot invest
80
80 million
million.
euros with a 12.5 million gross salary and hopes and dreams.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, like for example, Man City and Holland, you know what you're getting. Mbappe with
No,
PSG, you know what you're getting.
you know
There is
what's the
no, he
difference
could
though?
potentially grow.
I have you seen Haaland how he scores his goals?
It's ridiculous.
Does he even care where the ball stops?
No.
Which feet he's using? Is
He'll
it
even,
if
he'll,
it's coming on his
even,
right?
he'll even use his ass.
Like the acrobatic skill for a guy that huge is insane.
I know.
Like he's a
Vlahovic,
monster.
I was
That's
gonna
a
say,
monster.
yeah.
That is a pure potential player for me.
I was to say, if Vlahovic
Dusan,
does one step over, he pulls his groin.
ask some of the scouts. Ask real scouts that watch the football and watch Vlahovic. They will tell you there isn't. Yeah, Nick, that don't let me open my
Yeah.
I know.
heart wounds over a Paratici
Sorry, Paratici.
masterclass of idiocy there.
Yeah,
Idiot.
that happened. That's the what ifs too, going back in the past, and that's
We could have gotten Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, we could have.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could have gotten Kvaratskhelia too, but
couldn't done that. We could have, but I mean, no
We
dwelling
could have.
on
We
what could
should
have been.
have. Oh my god! But anyway, now we can rewrite our wrong. De Ligt was wrong. Okay, investing 80 million to De Ligt was wrong. Investing 80 million on Dusan Vlahovic was wrong. Renewing Sandro is also wrong. Renewing Cuadrado is also wrong. I don't get how, for some narrative, they are all correlated. Like you sell De Ligt and Dusan Vlahovic, but you renew and everything is okay. No, those all are mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
All are mistakes that have accumulated. Okay, Sandro, I hope we sell him some way, but we cannot because he is shite. Okay, in the English way, shite. Cuadrado, I hope he goes, and there is still no concrete news yet, and I hope we move on from him because he's not shit, but he's finished. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gintoli. That's the great part of Gintoli. The scouting and bringing players. Usually, he brings players that fit the coach's way of playing. That's why That's why I wouldn't hear Team Cup Miners as much as Gintoli getting confirmed, and after it started Team Cup Miners, because Tudor, Gintoli, Cup Miners all make sense. A smart signing that fits the profile of the coach.
You okay?
Yeah, I just ate crispy.
He forgot to take a breath.
Yeah, we got worried for a minute because you're like Coop Miners like did something
Coop Miners, you're gonna make me so happy I'm gonna die.
I was gonna say the Doosan apologists found where you are and they're attacking you.
You know what else needs to die, honestly? And
Dybala fans.
I was gonna say this episode because it's been 2 hours and I need to go cook some hamburgers.
I thought you would say Dybala fans after what happened.
We're going to go. I think that's wow.
Look, I love Dybala. I used to love Dybala. Move on.
Jesus, Misak. Okay, yes. We need. So the theme of this episode is
moving on. We need to move on.
Yes.
Look, isn't the title of the show that?
Moving on, yeah.
Farewell.
Yeah,
move on.
Farewell. Yeah, I guess so. There you go. We've done what I randomly did on Friday night.
I know. It's
See how I
Friday
made it a
morning.
full
No, I did
circle
it.
for you.
I did it before I was sedated. Just saying. Okay, that was I did
See,
that one right.
I made a full circle turn for you. It's perfect right now.
It was perfect. Thank
it's
you.
like
Zach.
quick,
You are
end it before anything happens. No.
Yeah, Yusuf, you are 100%. They're doing it for impressions and likes and farming likes and farming retweets. Just go on with your life, man.
Yeah.
Just go on with your life. What is this bullshit
All right.
era? They said.
So that being said, we'll get the housekeeping stuff out of the way right here. Twitch tomorrow and Monday to close out the season. Tuesday, Adrian from Rabona TV will be on the channel about that 5 p.m. We'll lock that in closer to the time, but about 5 p.m. as we usually do, Eastern time, that is. So that's the next 3 days.
And then I know what is it? Farad is gathering everybody for like a big podcast, which that's going to be an editing nightmare.
End of season podcast. Yeah, that's happening.
Yep. Adam Digby, Inconvenient Truth.
All the big names. Yeah.
Rav, all of them are coming.
Are you guys going there too?
One of us might, because we got to produce.
Yeah. Well, it's during they can things while we're at work, so
yeah,
we'll figure it out.
I think probably I'll probably be producing because I'm going to be working from home that day. So we have to have usually one of us because whenever
they are technically, just say it, they're technically inept.
Yes, the amount of retakes we've had to.
But how? But who was doing for Farhad back then?
He was using Riverdale, but Riverdale just isn't a good thing.
Riverside. Riverdale's a Canadian TV show.
Yeah.
Jeez, it's a Canadian
Riverdale was
like, come on.
He is producing a TV show as a podcast platform.
Listen, they're Apple people. All they know how to do is what Apple tells them to do. They can't think outside the box. It's difficult. It's difficult. Hey, we got our first super. This is we got to write that one down. Our first super.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Jeff.
Hey,
we've now made $4.
I said, sorry.
So we have now made $5.11. Yes.
Yeah. I said Chef, Yef, and Jeff. Choose which one you want.
What is it, Dave? We need 45 more to cover the StreamYard bill.
Yeah, exactly. 45. No, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We pay $50 a month for the best version of StreamYard.
Come on, guys, subscribe to the channel and get the tiers.
Look, and we'll end it on this, and it's not a sob story, but like when Dave and I did this back then, our number one thing was product quality. Like, again, we want to make sure that you guys see us clearly, you hear us clearly, because, Dave and I were on BZ. Alejandro could not get his mic sorted out. It was a mess every time, and like their production quality, it might be different now because we're not on their channel, but like back then it was Skype and OBS, I think, where it's like here it's an all-in-one. So we can record, we can edit through this, we can do all that stuff,
and we can let Farhad press the button.
Yes, the soundboard button. And again, like we moved the podcast from Riverside to this. So again, quality is our biggest thing. We're running Adobe as well. So and then Nick is saying, how do you donate? I believe there is a super chat button. There's a super chat button in the chat. The other thing as well is that Dave and I are going to be working on membership tiers for you guys. Again,
we want to do it right though.
We want to do it right. We don't want to have you pay a monthly fee or anything like that and you don't get any value from it, because I think it's just stupid. And one of the reasons, like for example with the call-in shows, like it's don't ever be afraid to hop in, guys. If you guys want to hop in.
Thank you, KB. Thank you, KB.
That's
why Dash new mic is the mic?
No, that's a
joke. That's a joke from BZ. Because remember, were you there, Misak, when Alejandro always had mic issues?
He always has mic issues.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's like he'd be like, my mic is fucked up. I don't know what happened.
Thank you, Nick.
Nick, you guys are amazing. Oh my!
Can I strip? I will strip. Give me $1 more.
No, hey,
thank you guys.
$1.
Oh my God, Misaki, you weren't there, so it was a late
stream.
They
They
took his shirt off.
out.
For like
I watched it. I watched
you
it
watched
2
it?
freaking hours. I'm like, when is gonna take his shirt off? When is gonna take his shirt off?
Yeah, and then Ali
And
took
nothing
down.
happened.
Yeah, Alejandro took that down. But yeah, Dave, I remember some Australian dude gave you like $100 to go shirtless. And
Yeah.
Dave's like sitting there midstream without a shirt on. He's just like, "Yeah, we need to do this," and blah blah blah. So yeah, that's what he always told us. He always said that he had
Okay, fine.
cable
You
issues.
pass with that.
But yeah,
By the way, Thiago Motta, about his tactics, I can look it up and can tell you. And
Yeah, we can
present it
do
another
a
time.
special on
But
that for sure.
let's see.
yeah, we can.
If you
because-
want,
go ahead.
yeah, like how we will talk more on the Discord, and join our Discord, guys. And we can talk more privately there about some ideas we can do for other shows so that people can join us.
Absolutely. Well, it's
Yeah.
off season after tomorrow, so yeah, anything
Yeah,
goes. Really.
there's going to be a lot of stuff, guys, because, like, for example, we did a couple of pilot episodes on Double Take that we did. We did pilot episodes on the Black and White Review, reviewing players, history moments, and stuff like that. I also have my GoPro, my dash cam footage, and stuff like that. So, again, summer's opening up. There's going to be more leagues, more stuff, more footage I can get. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. And then, again, we'll probably pull Misak into some of these pre-recorded videos, too. And we'll just give him the reins and just have him absolutely cook or roast whatever he wants to cook. We'll give him
make
the
some kebabs.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll give him the olive oil. I'll give him the skillet, the
Ooh,
olive
baby.
oil. The
Oh,
the
thank
mint
you,
garlic.
Yusuf.
I know Yusuf. Everyone, you guys are all ballers.
You guys are
Love y'all.
amazing. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
I love
and again, so guys, we're gonna be working on the membership tiers. It's gonna take a minute. So don't be surprised if there hasn't been anything up yet. I mean, we just got monetized on Monday, but there's gonna be a lot of behind the scenes work because again, we want to make sure that you guys get value from it, whether it's exclusive content, exclusive merchandise from the store, or whether or not it's we give you Farad's number so you can FaceTime him randomly just to piss him off. I'm just kidding. I'm just
That would
messing.
be funny.
It would be hilarious.
Imagine he works in the medical field, right?
Yeah,
Something
he's
important
in the
has happened.
ER.
Like he is doing CPR on a patient, and like the caller comes like emergency call open. So are you still sad that we sold Dusan Vlahovic?
No.
Like he's doing CPR at the moment.
Oh man.
So there's going to be a lot of fun content down the road. We've got some ideas planned, but also if you are in the Discord and you have any recommendations or anything that you guys want, because right now we're looking at what we're going to name our members group.
Names, badges, what you get, everything.
Badges.
Everything.
Again, we're going to be making cutout emojis as well that you're going to be able to use when you're in the membership group. So players that you want, hell, if you guys want feet, because I know Yusuf was like, we need feet. So we can give you a feet emoji if you guys want that as well.
Or I have an idea. How about because cheering giants, we make giant tiers, like different,
like midget, then normal person, and then
giant. No, like like how in fairy tales there was like you have giants and cyclops and stuff, like bigger and bigger and stuff, titans.
Okay, yeah.
You get tier by tier. You can call them like that, like a different sort of name for a giant. What's the name? The one from WWE, the giant. I forgot.
Big Show?
The Indian guy.
Oh, Great Khali. That guy's retired.
Yeah, that's one tier. The Great Khali, the first
Khali.
tier.
Hey, David would love these wrestling references. For some reason, I don't know why, like the name Giantino, like welcome Giantinos or something like that. We got to think of like a group name for everyone that watches, like like WWE has WWE Universe or something like that.
Yeah, we'll think of something, but it won't be one of those weak things like the Army or the Wolf Pack or what.
Yeah, that's just really corny.
The lowest tier, the Shitterista.
Yeah, just make a tier that says you're donating 5 cents a month and just name you the Shitterista. And just
all the proceeds would go to feed the youth products of Inter.
At Inter, fine. By the way, I think I was watching the Italian. I don't know how it ended. They were 3-0 up against Colombia in the quarterfinals. They destroyed Colombia. Even though they weren't good in the possession phase, they were very. Baldanzi is a gem. Baldanzi is a very good player. Anyway, and also our player Turekia, the left back, was very, very, very good. He was doing hockey assists, two hockey assists.
2 hockey assists, nice.
Yes.
He's
Really?
like
Israel
using
took out
hockey
Brazil?
assists. Yes.
That's
Israel
Yeah,
took
that's
out
crazy.
Brazil. Oh,
It's all
I
those
think-
Maccabi players, I bet.
I think now-
the Maccabi Haifa players.
let's shut the door on that season. I forgot about Maccabi Haifa already. Monza, Maccabi Haifa, like
Oh man.
let's
What
go
a
away.
season. One more day, guys.
One more day, and then we wait, and then it's the what's the name? The cold winter. We're waiting for it. Like it's gonna come. Winter is
Yeah.
coming.
It's the Aussie winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, Parma got knocked out from the semifinal of Serie B. So
no. I like
Buffon
Parma.
is-
Too bad.
Buffon is crying and stuff.
Jeez.
Anyway, I wanted them. Now it's Cagliari versus Cagliari
I'm just
versus
waiting.
Bari.
I'm just waiting.
Cagliari
for
versus
people-
Bari in the final of the playoffs for Serie A. So next
Right.
year, either we get Cagliari or Bari.
think
I hope
Bari's
it's
gonna
Bari
win.
because-
I think Bari's gonna win. But what's
I
his
hope
face?
it's-
De Laurentiis has to sell it though.
Yeah, he's gonna sell it to his son or something. and
Yeah,
make it
something
like it
stupid.
is.
Come on.
What was it? Yeah, what is it? Oh yeah, where's all the people making fun of Buffon like they made fun of Fajoli for crying?
They're making fun of Buffon already, like the
Oh, they are?
shitty.
okay.
Yeah, but not our fan base, like other fan bases.
Other fan. You know, I could probably make those people cry fairly easy, I bet.
I bet you
Can't
could.
be too hard.
I bet you could.
Yeah.
Man.
Who goes and mocks the freaking legend of the Jesus?
I know. I know.
Well, guys,
I think it's time. I think
It's
it's time.
it's time.
to go.
We're playing the music.
We gotta make sure
music.
we gotta make sure we play the right music so it doesn't get demonetized.
Yeah. Some of our music was not good. That being said, Twitch tomorrow, half hour before start. We will do the post game here on the YouTube as always. Dash, take it away, and sorry, Misak as well. Thank you as always.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Next person to super chat $15 will see Dave shirtless. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, guys, thanks for listening in.
The
to this
price is
call-in.
going down. I got fat.
he's out of his prime. No. Thanks guys for watching. Also thanks to our good friends here that dropped the super chat: Yusuf, Nick, KB, and Jeff. Guys, we won't forget this. We'll send some fun swag your way once we get everything set up. But thanks everybody for tuning in. It's a nice long 2-hour stream. Guys, catch us on Twitch tomorrow. Catch us on Twitch Monday. You might get a double dose of Turin Giants content. Well, they are filming the podcast Tuesday morning. We're going to probably edit it, so we don't know when it's going to get released for sure yet. But Adrian Sousa from Rabona TV will tuning in with us 4:30, I believe, on Tuesday. And guys, you asked for it, so we're giving it to you. So we are working with Giuseppe Gigius Juve to do a double feature live stream. One live stream on our channel, one live stream on Bepe's channel, where we're going to recap and talk the season and just kind of have some fun there, because I know a lot of folks wanted all three of us there. So we're getting that for you. So, guys, we'll see you on Tuesday, respectively Thursday, and the next call-in show on next Saturday. And, guys, please don't be afraid to call in. We're not going to
Yes.
bite.
Somebody's got to talk other than Misak.
Yes. My voice is gone. I want us to have a conversation, guys. So join us.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow on the Twitch. Love you all. Good night.